Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the 30-day New You, New Year Kickstart plan. So through January, I'm going to be doing a 30-day plan where we're going to be exercising, but we're also going to be doing little hints, tips and tricks to keep you motivated, keep you focused and give you that structure to your month, to those 30 days on this plan. So day one was our upper body, our arms and abs day. So it was AA meeting, wasn't alcohol, but it was with weights. Better for you. So we're trying to give you that full spectrum of not just your physical training, but also helping fix your mentality towards training and towards health and towards fitness. All right, so every day trying to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday. And today, because we're in January, a lot of people have probably set some goals. They've maybe set, real high lofty goals that are maybe going to take a long time to reach. And some people have got small goals that will take, sequential steps towards the big result. They're the ones that I like. I like making small goals in the mist on the way to big goals. So goal setting, why do we goal set? Ultimately, it's to keep us focused and help us to understand why we're doing what we're doing. So say for talking sake, me being a runner, I am looking to train up for the 10,000 metres and I want to run a certain time for the 10k. That's my big goal. Or maybe it's to qualify for Scotland or qualify for Great Britain. That's my big massive goal, and there's a qualification time to run to get that standard. But what happens through the time from where you are to the time it takes to maybe get there? It could be a year, it could be 2 years to achieve that goal. That's a long time to stay focused for. So what you want to do is stay focused in the moment and in the present and make smaller goals to make that big picture happen. That big goal can never happen unless you take care of the 24 hours that are in front of your face. Always, always, always. So that's why we make goals, to stay focused, have a purpose to why we're training on those days where we don't feel like it. But as long as our goals are bigger than our emotions, we will suppress those emotions where we don't want to go out and train, we don't want to be uncomfortable, or we don't want to eat those foods that we know that we should, but we just want to throw in the towel and just have some, takeaway or some fizzy juice, because our emotions are going haywire. The goals will allow you to keep in track, and maybe also have your goals kicking around the house or in your diary, in your training diary, so you can constantly see there. So it's a constant reminder for why you're doing what you're doing. We want these goals to be something called SMART, all right? So SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, or some people say achievable. Then they are relevant to you, and also they're time bound. So what do I mean by all those things? So specific means the goal has to be specific in terms of, if somebody comes to me and say, I want to get fit, what does that mean? Because fitness comes in a whole host of different varieties. Fitness can come in, the sort of speed, strength, stamina, or suppleness. These are all categories of fitness. So what fitness do you desire? What fitness do you require? What are you looking to achieve? So what I've got down here is I want to lose 1 stone in weight over 2 months. So we have the figure of the weight that you want to lose, and we have the time that you want to do it in. Very, very specific. You've named the right things, set in stone, the things that you want to achieve and the time you want to achieve it by. So that's very, very specific. The next one, is it measurable? How are you going to be able to track your progress? Tracking your progress with weight means scales. I understand that weight isn't a massive, it's not, and scales aren't a massive indicator whether you're healthy or fit or strong or slim or whatever those, like BMI and all these things. It's a very old school way, but a lot of people still do use the scales, and they want to lose weight if they're at a certain body weight. If they're over, a certain amount of body weight, then they do want to look at those scales and see that weight come off, because that will also make them happy, and that's maybe where their focus is at the meantime. And then once they get to a certain weight that they're happy with, they'll then start creating that aesthetic look. They'll then look towards their body fat percentage, and they'll look to maybe just feeling better in their clothes or the suit or the dress, anything that they're wearing. They'll feel better in the skin that they're in, but they need to start by losing that bit of weight. So we have the 1 stone in weight over 2 months' time. We can measure it with the scales. Is it attainable and is it achievable? So what we need to do is see where you're at. Obviously, the lighter you are, the higher percentage of losing weight within a week is higher. So the lighter you are, the harder it would be to lose 1 stone of weight over 2 months' time than the heavier you are, because it's a less percentage of your body weight. So the easier it is, the heavier you are. So this would be somebody who is looking to lose a lot of weight, who may be a little bit heavier than they want to be. So it's 1 stone, which is 14 pounds, which is 6.3 kilograms, and it's over an 8-week period. So this is where we're getting down to those specifics, we're getting down to that measurable. How can we measure that with the scales in the weeks? And then, is this achievable? So when we break it right down to the bare bones, can you achieve that number? Now that still seems quite big, but what you want to do is divide the pounds, the 14 pounds is 1 stone, 14 pounds by 8, because now what you're going to do is you're going to break it down to small chunks that you can manage within each and every week up to that 2-month period. So that would be 1.75 pounds per week, or 0.794 kilograms per week. Is that achievable? Is that attainable? And a lot of people out there will say, now that I've shown you those smaller numbers, that is probably quite achievable. So we're taking this overwhelming number, and because we've now used this SMART acronym, we've now made this goal seem very, very achievable now. It's not as overwhelming as you think. The next thing was, is it relevant to you? So we're on the R. Is it relevant to you? So if you're somebody that, now your health, new year, 2021, you've set your goal to be fitter and healthier. Maybe you want to be around longer for your kids, your grandkids, your other half, your partner, your fiance, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it is, you want to just be around on this planet for longer, for them and for yourself, because you know that if you continue on an unhealthy lifestyle, that you might not be here for as long as you want to be. All right, so it means that it is relevant to you. If, say for talking sake, you are a sumo wrestler and you want to keep the weight on, you don't want to lose any weight, then it's not going to be relevant to you, because then it's actually going to take away from your performance and what you want to achieve in a certain sport or a certain discipline. But if you're somebody that's wanting to get leaner, get fitter, get healthier, get stronger, slim down, all these sort of things, take care of your body inside and out, then this will probably be relevant to you. Absolutely, so it's relevant to you as well, so you know your why. Why are you doing this? And this is why. Then the time it takes, have you given yourself the right amount of time to achieve that goal? So 8 weeks, it's 1.75 pounds over the 8-week period. Does that seem achievable to you? If not, you then just need to refocus a wee bit, and you need to maybe pull it out to 3 months, which is 12 weeks. And then we bring it all the way down, that'll be just over £1 a week, and you go, yeah, I can definitely do that. And there may be people who are, won't be going on holiday right now because of COVID, sadly, but anybody who, down the line is going on holiday, who's planning on going on holiday later in the year, people who are getting married, all these sort of things, big occasions coming up, big events coming up that they want to make sure they're healthy for and they're looking in the best shape of their life for, then maybe this is something that you can try, something that you can do. You can do this with fitness, you can do this with your weight, you can do this with running, you can do this with business. This SMART acronym is a really good way from getting these big lofty goals and breaking them down into very small chunks. So hopefully you enjoyed that. A little snippet into what I do to help me achieve my goals. Again, big goal, competing for Great Britain, competing for Scotland, the qualification time that I need to achieve over the 10,000 metres, and then I break it down all the way down for how long have I got to achieve that qualification time, then what pace is that per 400 metres, per 800 metres, per kilometre, per mile, over that 6.25 mile distance. Can I achieve that? Yes, I can. Then I start putting the training in place and the processes in place to make that happen. Hopefully this helped debunk the overwhelming sort of things in your mind, put it down in paper, have a training diary, have a fitness diary, and smash those goals in 2021, guys.